Well, hello there. I'm Howard Olson. Welcome to Gold Money. Over the next few moments, I'm going to share with you a revolutionary savings system. I'm going to show you why gold today is more important than ever. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how you can literally pay yourself first and begin to inflation-proof your money so that it works for you. But I want to begin with a question. In fact, I want to begin by asking 3 questions. Question number 1, is your cost of living rising? 2, has your income been rising with it? And 3, will the money you have in the bank today buy you more or buy you less 3 years from now? I think we'd all answer exactly the same way. We all feel the squeeze on our money. We all feel the squeeze on our savings. We know that our dollars aren't going as far as they once did. This has been casually called the war on savers. And while it's not an actual war, in this era of low or near zero interest rates with an ever-increasing cost of living, each deposit we make into a savings or bank account is literally losing its value because we're not earning any interest on it, but our cost is going up. And so we're literally losing 5 to 10% of our money's value every single year simply by holding it in traditional storage accounts. But let's not just talk about anecdotal evidence. Let's look at some numbers because they never lie. They will tell the truth as long as we look at real numbers. I took a snapshot of typical items being consumed in a typical home in a typical week, and you know what we discovered? A loaf of bread has gone up 959%. Movie tickets, 483%. Housing in many markets, 1100%. Postage stamps, now that's a small spend, but it's still an 800% increase. And milk has gone up 257%. So let me ask you this. Have you seen a 250 to 1,000% increase in the real wages that you can bring home in the past decade? I don't think so. I know I sure haven't. And this is exactly the problem. This is why so many people are finding it so difficult to get ahead, to create any real meaningful savings and prepare their financial futures. Because the inflation we're continuously told doesn't exist, it's very real when we look at our real expenditures. Let me make it absolutely clear. It is impossible to outrun exponential inflation on our declining linear incomes. But I've discovered that most people have a misconception about the true nature of inflation. They believe that it's an increase in the price of goods. And while that may be the symptom, inflation is really a reduction in our purchasing power because they keep expanding our money supply, and as they do it, the value of the money goes down, so the price must go up. So here's a great example. Now, we could look at the price of many things, but I want to track a man's suit because we can look at it for 2,000 years. Now, we know back in the time of the Roman Empire, 2,000 years ago, the suit of the day was a toga, a robe, a handcrafted leather belt, and a pair of fine leather sandals. And the price of that outfit was 1 ounce of gold or 1 gold coin. Fast forward to 1960. Now it's a blazer, pair of slacks, cotton shirt, silk tie, a handcrafted leather belt, and a pair of fine leather shoes. And you know what the price of that outfit was? About $35. And an ounce of gold was about $35. 1 ounce of gold or 1 gold coin. Now today, at the time of this video, if you wanted to get yourself a suit, a jacket, pair of slacks, cotton shirt, silk tie, a handcrafted leather belt, and a pair of nice leather shoes, what would the price of that outfit be? About $1,200. And at the time of this video, what's the price of gold? About $1,200. 1 ounce of gold or 1 gold coin. And what I'm seeking to demonstrate here is that the price of that outfit, when measured in real money, it hasn't changed one bit. It was an ounce of gold 2,000 years ago, it was an ounce of gold 60 years ago, and it's still an ounce of gold today. The only thing that has changed is the value of our currency, and it takes more of our declining paper currency to get milk, bread, and eggs than it did a decade ago. It takes more of our declining currency to get a suit than it did a decade ago, and it takes more of our declining currency to get an ounce of gold than it did a decade ago. But when we measure the price of goods in gold, real money, the price doesn't change one bit, and we could run this exercise with countless examples. And the reason why the prices increase is because today we deal with what's called a fiat currency. Fiat money is literally money which is backed by absolutely nothing, no gold, no silver, or anything else of tangible value. It's printed out of thin air, or more appropriately today, even created with the click of a mouse at zero cost. And with each unit they print, with each turn of the printing press, they expand the number of units in circulation, and the value of each unit goes down. This is why the price of goods continues to rise. Let's look at it like this. Since the Great Depression in 1932, the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power, while gold, the money that once backed our currency, has risen in value by 6,200%. Or we could look at it like this. If you had $100,000 worth of cash in 1932, the purchasing power of that currency today would be just $2,000. In other words, it takes $100 of cash today to purchase what $2 would have bought you back then. Or we could look at it like this. If you took that same $100,000 in 1932 and used it to acquire gold, the purchasing power of that gold at the time of this recording would be $6,289,308. Since 1932, gold has outperformed currency by more than 6,200%. Let's go back to that example of the things we're spending our money on. In cash terms, we've seen the price of everything go up. But what if we priced those same items in gold? Here's what we find. A loaf of bread has remained the same. Movie tickets have actually gone down 45%. Housing has gone down 44%. And when priced in gold, stamps are down 25% and milk has reduced by 68% because gold is inflation-proof money. Or, as Voltaire once observed, paper money, fiat currency, will always return to its intrinsic value, zero. And so everything we hear and everything we see and read, everything we're exposed to, all the experts agree. Hold gold and hedge yourself against inflation. But there's a problem with it. First of all, at $1,200 or more an ounce, it's simply unaffordable. Most people haven't got a spare $1,200 in their pocket to go get an ounce of gold at a time and create any savings out of it, and so forth. They never do. Secondly, it's inaccessible. Where do I find it? Where do I get it? How do I store it? What do I do with it once I finally have it? How do I keep it safe and secure? And last but not least, it's difficult to use in its current form. I mean, you can't just go down to the gas station or the grocery store with an ounce of gold in your pocket and expect to get change in return on your next loaf of bread or your next tank of gas. It just doesn't work this way. So clearly, gold is the answer, but we need to get it into a more usable format. And this is where I'd love to introduce you to Gold Money. That's called Gold Money, the world's gold savings and payments network. With a secure but intuitive web interface, Gold Money is simplifying physical gold ownership and the use of it. You simply open a free gold savings account, and within minutes you can begin acquiring pure 24-karat physical gold bullion stored securely in insured Brinks vaults in amounts as small as 1/4 gram with no other minimums and at better than market price. No premiums. This puts gold within reach of people around the world who couldn't previously afford it or access it. And so we're really not selling anything here. We use the Gold Money system to empower people to create meaningful savings by simply converting their declining paper currency for inflation-proof gold in frequencies and amounts that make sense to them. And you save, and you save, and you save, and then when you need access to the money that you have saved, you simply exchange it back into the currency you need at the time that you need it, having fully hedged yourself against the ravages of inflation. So here's how it works. Our whole mission is centered around making money, gold money, work for you. You open a free account in minutes. Next, you convert your depreciating paper currency into inflation-proof gold with each deposit you make into secured, insured vaults. You can link bank accounts for direct transfer, debit card, credit card, wire transfer, Bitcoin, or even PayPal. You can now use your hedged gold savings as you need it as spendable currency by transferring it back to your bank, taking it out through ATMs in local currency, or spending it anywhere using your free Gold Money prepaid MasterCard. You can even take physical delivery of gold coin, cubes, or bullion bars. And now you can even transfer money almost anywhere in the world free of charge with no bank fees, no wire fees, no foreign exchange fees, or Western Union fees. Amazing. And so our entire model is based on one simple premise. Pay yourself first. Save money, inflation-proof it, and then spend it as you need it, And as a bonus, you can earn free gold by simply showing this system to others, by showing them a better way to save using our Golden Heart Referral Program, which will reward you with free gold every time you refer a new saver who opens an account. Gold Money provides you with a systematic wealth creation money preservation plan. Undoubtedly, this is the most powerful financial savings program in existence today. And our simple 3-step gold savings plan, you can save money, accumulate wealth, protect and preserve your purchasing power by converting your declining currency into spendable, stable gold while inflation-proofing your savings, keeping them completely liquid and secure while growing your net worth simultaneously. And so with that, I simply say, come on, behold the power of gold. Pay yourself first. Make your savings make sense. Open your free account today, because really what we're doing here is building an inflation-proof, financially smart community of savers, beginning with you and then with me. Come and join us. I'll be here to help you. I'm Howard Olson. Thanks for a few moments of your time.